have so much inappropriate husband content on the weekend? Because I'm stuck with his ass all day for 2 full days. Here goes. Last night we went to my in-laws' house for dinner and my mother-in-law made a delicious roasted chicken in the oven. Harmless enough, easy enough, right? How could this turn into something inappropriate for my husband? Just you wait. She's taking all the chicken off the bones in the pan and everything and separating it into a serving dish. And she comes across the wishbone. And I'm like, oh, save the wishbone. The boys love to pull that apart once it dries out and somebody makes a wish. She's like, oh, sure, no problem. I'll put it in a little bag for you. You can take it home. So we eat dinner, have a little dessert, a little chit chat. You know, the kids play with Pop-Pop. It's a great night. So at the end of the evening, we go get in the car. And my oldest son is like, hey, Mom, did you remember to bring home the wishbone? I said, yeah, buddy, don't you worry. I got a little baggie here. When it dries out, you guys can do your wish. And my husband decides that now is the time to drop another one of his bombs. He goes, you know, your mom sat on a wishbone, and that's how you guys got here. And I go, that's too far. Shut the fuck up. He thinks it's fucking hilarious, of course. And I'm pretty sure my kids have no concept of what he was referring to. At least I can hope and pray that they don't. If they put all this shit together when they get older, he is so screwed. I usually don't have midweek inappropriate husband content, but here we are. We're in the process of changing out the boys' playroom area into more of a game room. They're moving out of the play with the toys on the floor stage and more into the gaming stage. So after donating a bunch of toys and cleaning out the space, the first thing I bought was a new console. So last night, our 5-year-old is picking out a game from one of the cabinets and the shelf inside of it drops. So my husband goes over there to see what happened to make sure nothing broke. So you know how when you have an adjustable shelf and you have those little silver things that go in the holes like on the side so you can decide if you want it up here or down here or whatever? One of those little guys slipped out and that's why the shelf fell. So I walk over and I'm like, is it broken? And my husband goes, no, it just slipped out of the hole. He goes, the holes that they drilled in there are too wide, so the little peg just slips right out. So I'm gonna have to put some electrical tape around it to make it fit in tighter. Then he goes, you know, like you got sewed up after you had the kids. I cannot with this man. Not gonna lie, I did laugh, because that shit's funny. Got a 2-for-1 inappropriate husband story for you. Let's get into it. We're usually out and about running errands all weekend, and it's a whole family affair. Yesterday we went to Barnes & Noble, and it shares this giant parking lot with a bunch of different stores and restaurants. One of those restaurants is a seafood place, and the sign on their window boasts that they have juicy seafood. I'm not a seafood kind of gal, so I go, ew, gross. Who wants juicy seafood? And from the driver's seat, my husband quietly says, I don't know about juicy seafood, but I love a juicy pussy. Shut the fuck up. And our 10-year-old, who thankfully did not hear him clearly, goes, yeah, juicy poopy. Dodged a bullet with that one. Next stop, Target. We're in the self-checkout line. My husband's scanning all the stuff we bought. You know how they have that little shelf of all the candy bars and gum and stuff right there? And my 5-year-old goes to grab a Snickers bar, and I said, no, don't touch that. Your brother's allergic to nuts. And he goes, well, I'm not allergic to nuts, Mommy. And I go, no, you're not, but let's just keep our hands off it, okay? And my husband goes, Mommy's not allergic to nuts either. You know, she loves a good nut. Really? Really? There's my weekend in a nutshell. Did you know that my inappropriate husband can come up with something dirty to say about basically any kind of food? Well, he can, and I'm going to share 2 with you. First, I made chicken and rice for dinner the other night, and there was a little bit of rice left in the pot that had been sitting for a while. And I'm getting ready to clean up, and because I'm a thoughtful wife, I asked him if he wanted to have what was left. He said no, and I'm like, fine, then I'm just gonna eat it. He's watching me scoop it into my mouth, and he's like, you like it like that? I'm like, yeah, I like when it's sticky. Fuck my life. Here it comes. And he goes, I should have known. You always like sticky stuff in your mouth. And then today, we head to the grocery store to pick up some after-dinner sweets. I didn't feel like dragging our kids into the store, so I said, just go on in and we'll wait in the car. But when he comes back, of course, I want to know what he got. And he's like, I got cinnamon rolls and donuts. I'm like, ooh, I love a donut. Did you get the chocolate ones? He goes, no, I got the cream-filled. I go, ew, cream-filled is the worst. And he goes, that's not true. You've liked cream-filled at least twice, because that's how our kids got here. No food is safe around this fucking guy. None!